Hi, my name is Parker Mills, and today I'm going to be talking about investing and why you should start investing young so that you can retire wealthy. So, this is our agenda for this presentation. First, why starting young will change everything for you, how big of an impact it can make. Two, um, how little you actually need money-wise to invest. And three, how investing now can turn into generational wealth for your posterity. So, by far the most common excuse that I've heard when people talk about why they aren't currently investing is they say, I'll start investing when I have more money. And don't get me wrong, that makes sense to me. I am a newlywed college student. It's it's hard, it is. The income isn't huge right now, but and sometimes there's certain bills that you have to pay and money just gets tight. But if you can make those little sacrifices, and just put the money into an investment, it will grow and it will pay huge dividends for you. And really, time is money. Waiting will cost you. And we'll go more over that later on in the presentation. So, most people think that investing is only for people with a lot of money, but that's actually not true at all. You can literally start investing with $5 a week. Um, there's multiple different investments that you can use. One of my personal favorites is a Roth IRA. So a Roth IRA is just is a retirement account that you can invest in. You don't have to put huge sums of money into it, but it'll grow. And why it's good is it's you can take it out tax free. It grows tax free. Right now, when you put money into it, it will be taxed, but say it grows to be $1 million by the time you're 60. When you're 60, you can take all 1 million of those dollars out without it being taxed. It'll grow tax free, and that is amazing. Right now, you might have to pay the tax on the $25 that you're putting in a month, $50 that you're putting in a month, but those taxes are very little compared to the amount that you'd be taking out later. Another one is a 401k. 401ks are an excellent option. A 401k is another just an investment account, a retirement account. And something cool about 401ks is your employer most of the time will do a full match. So that means say you invest $50 a month or something or anything like that into your 401k, your employer will match that. So you're getting $100 a month into your 401k. Even say that doesn't grow at all. I mean, of course it's going to grow, but say that doesn't grow at all, that already is at 100% growth, which is incredible. Um, that's just free money, and no investment will beat free money. So 401ks are excellent options if your employer offers that. I highly encourage you to take advantage of that and see how that will grow for you. Another one is fractional shares. This is a little bit more complicated, but it's just small shares. It's not actually a full share because sometimes shares of a certain stock can be very expensive. Say you want to buy some Apple, it's expensive. But you can buy fractional shares, which are at much cheaper prices, given there are some trade-offs, but it's still an option that's there. Okay, the next slide is about compound interest. If I were to have you take one thing away from this presentation, it'd be I want you to understand the power of compound interest. Essentially, compound interest is the idea that your money grows and earns money. And as your money earns money over time, then that earned money also starts earning money. And the growth gets faster and faster the longer that you stay invested. So here's a little graphic that shows you just the power of compound interest. So say that you're going to invest $200 a month, um, and you're going to take your money out of this investment when you are 65. Okay, so say that you're age 20, doing $200 a month, and so that's 45 years of it growing and you investing in $200 a month consistently. That will grow to $2 million by the time you are 65, which is huge. And that doesn't include if you decide to add more money into your monthly allowance for this investment later on in life. Just $200 a month consistently, and that'll grow to be $2 million, which is a massive growth. So, say that you're 30. If you're 30 and you start, so that's 35 years of investing $200 a month, that'll grow to be $750,000. Also, that's a huge amount. That's amazing. That's great. But that's not 2 million. Okay, say that you're 40. That's still 25 years. That's a long time of consistently investing those $200 a month. But this only grows to be 265,000, which still is a great amount of money, but it is not what you could get if you start investing earlier with that $2 million. So say that you wait to start investing. Say that you want to hit that same $2 million mark that you would get if you were investing $200 a month starting at age 20. This is just an example of how much you would have to pay to hit that same amount if you were to start later on. So, say that you were to start when you were 30 years old. That's still 35 years, which is a good amount of time. But instead of paying $200 a month, you'd have to pay $540 a month throughout that whole time, or about 6,500 a year to be able to reach that 2 million mark, which is still manageable if you're doing very well in your career, but that's a lot more than your $200 a month, double actually, plus some, almost triple. So say you're 40, and so that's still 25 years, still a decent amount of time. In order to reach that $2 million goal, you have to do $1,700 a month, or about 20,000 a year, which is a lot more money. And say you're really late to it, trying to start late, and you're 50, that would be $5,000 a month or 60,000 in a year, which is a lot of money. That's a significant amount of your income going to this trying to reach that goal. But remember, if you were 20, just $200 a month, and you will still reach that $2 million point. So, this last point is probably my favorite because investing young doesn't just affect you, it can affect your entire family. It's actually one of the reasons I want to go into financial planning because it's incredible what you can do for those under you, and it's incredible to see what people want to do to help and how they can help. So, when you consistently invest small amounts over decades, you build real wealth. Small investments now grow into major assets for your family. Wealth can be passed to a future family, and investing young can change your family's entire financial future. So, this is how small investments today could impact your future family. So, there's two examples here. Example one, say that you take $150 a month and you're investing it. You're starting at age 25 for 40 years. By the time you're 65, that will turn to about $948,000. And by the way, all of this in the presentation is assuming a 10% return, which is consistent with what the market has shown in the past. So that $948,000 can do a lot of things for your family. It could fund a child's education, a college education. It could help one buy their first home. It can leave hundreds of thousands of dollars in inheritance, and it can become a very big asset for your family. That's huge. And say that you're doing $300 a month, same situation, starting at 25 for 40 years. By the time you are 65, that can be $1,897,000. That's a lot of money that you can give to your posterity. That could be from multiple kids' colleges and grandchildren. Um, that can leave you with 200 to 500,000 per kid for an inheritance, which can bless them in huge ways. They can invest that money, and then that can go from generation to generation. That's this idea of generational wealth. It starts with you. It starts now, and it can be very powerful. With that same amount of money, you can create a trust that grows for forever, for generations. So you can see this would give great financial stability and bless them huge for your posterity. So to summarize everything we talked about today, there are three big ideas that I want you to remember. First, you do not need a lot of money to start investing. You can start now, and it will bless you even just with small amounts. Two, starting young multiplies your results through compound interest. We saw how powerful that can be, right? Starting young, say 20s, can just investing small amounts can grow to be much more than if you just start later on, 30s, 40s, investing bigger amounts. And three, investing now can build real generational wealth and bless your family. So I encourage you and challenge you to take action today. Take one small step. Start small, even if it's $25 a month. It can make a huge difference when you start early, right? Open a Roth IRA or look into your employer's 401k and get that match, get that free money, right? It will bless you immensely. And to close, there's an old Chinese proverb that it's about trees, but it says, the best time to start growing a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. And I'll just relate that to investing. Um, the best time was to start was years ago, and the second best time is to start now.